Hey my friends, Rosie-ish here, and I'm back for another playthrough of Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, as you remember, I left off in a very strange place. I left off as soon as Yuri entered my room. So let's find out what she thinks about my most likely messy room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. Oh, it's clean. I am shocked. I was expecting it not to be. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, so she was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. Why, what's in there? Something salacious? I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine. I'll let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. What made me lunge out and grab her wrist like that? Jeez, what's in there? Now I'm curious of myself. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements. Jeez, I swear, this is literally me, this character. Well, sometimes, for the most part. Mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many would stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, it's a good thing. No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, I don't need to be so anxious. You can relax a little bit. You can relax a little. I can say that for myself. I need to stop stumbling over these words. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. It sounds almost satanic. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. It's that intense, huh? Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes the switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and it helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing out poems? It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. 100, oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang them from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Yeah, it would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do look a little intense, as you put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Rosie-ish. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. If she collects knives, I'm gonna lose my ish. Like, if that's what it is, I'm going to love this girl. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I know, I'm being like such a fangirl right now, but oh my gosh. I swear we have so much in common, it's eerie. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it, I collect knives as well. That's just, I collect knives as well. I mean, I am not even lying, this is crazy. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. Not at all. I think I found my soulmate, and she is in the form of a anime girl in a fake world. This is so messed up. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Or suits me. Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. What does it look like? I really want to know. I mean, they already described it, but what is it? Can you show me a picture? It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Yeah, sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where did she even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Rosie-ish, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. The knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Wow. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Okay, this girl is more freaky than I thought. I mean, I love knives and all. That's where I can relate. But, what? Put someone else's finger in with the blood? Ew. Ew. No, thank you. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, wow, okay, I can't speak after this. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I mean, I don't mind it, but I personally would not. I mean, okay, I'm not even gonna divulge into what I'm into. That's enough. I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird, and it took me by surprise. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Rosie-ish, do you really just do that? Now we're even, I guess. And Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Rosie-ish. Right back at you. Yuri giggles shyly. Hey? Yuri call me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cup. Look, it already stopped bleeding. Thanks to you, I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted just that fast, huh? Okay, let's just pretend that didn't happen. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected, and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Did you go on Pinterest? I always go on Pinterest for craft ideas. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. That's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Not at all. I'm at your service. Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cup too much, it will be diluted. Okay, gotcha. Taking Yuri's advice, I decide to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, stepping it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. What were you doing? Were you snooping? Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. You can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Neat. I was just about to ask, what's the inspirational quote? What are you gonna write? Well, it would be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. Okay, if you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. Good idea. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry, this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah. Painting is therapeutic. It is fun. I'm glad you feel that way, too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Okay, why is she like practically saying things that I've been saying all my life? Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? I feel the same way. Even if Yuri and I are quite different. Au contraire, she's basically she's hitting every mark for me. Every mark. I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Nice. Yeah, sorry. Yuri rolls back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something in my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here, what is this? I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Eh? Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. It's almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? That's what I'm saying right now. Is it the aroma, the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrists send a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began, okay? Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think I came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here than have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you're at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself, I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah, so I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she really gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Okay? Once Yuri packs up, I'll walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem, I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. Are we finally going to talk about it? It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, or we can go out somewhere. Am I asking her out on a date? I forgot. You don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Rosie-ish. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Hi. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Hey? What? Hi. Hi, Rosie-ish. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. No, not in front of Sayori. Come on. Sayori. Just now, you weren't. It's okay, Rosie-ish. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Yeah, you better run, girl. Really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayuri beams. I'm sure that's a fake smile. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. She ran like the wind, I'm sure. Sayuri waves goodbye after her. Sayuri, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination is being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy. Your tears are saying an entirely different thing. That you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayuri's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Rosie-ish? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? Stop. It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Don't say that. Sayuri, don't say that. It's true, Rosie-ish. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. That's not it. Come on. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Stop saying you're selfish. You're not. Monika's right. I should just... Monika? Monika's right about what? What is she saying to her? Sayuri, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't a burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's probably her depression just warping all of her thoughts. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayuri looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Rosie-ish. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayuri? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Oh gosh, Sayuri. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Rosie-ish, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. Oh gosh, you get over it. I'm sure you'll get over me. I'm no prize. And that's enough, Sayuri. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slapped my hand down Sayuri's arm and squeezed her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayuri nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm gonna give to you. Oh. Oh no, I was not expecting them to throw this at me. You know what, I'm gonna say before this, just because. Alright, I saved. So I'm going to just tell her the truth. I feel like it's worse to lie to her and say I love you, but can I just say I love you like as a friend, like platonically? Or am I giving her the wrong impression when I say that? I feel like that's going the more romantic route when you choose that. So, I mean, if it was me, I'd say I love you, but as a friend, I mean, friends say that all the time to each other. So, but it looks like I'm just gonna have to pick "You'll always be my dearest friend." Lying to her is just gonna make it worse. I just feel like it's worse. So, you'll always be my dearest friend. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monika told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Sayuri forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. I think she needs professional help. I mean, me alone is not gonna do much. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? Oh no, I should write a poem about this. Sayuri, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here, just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Rosie-ish. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Sayuri's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. What's happening? Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayuri looks over her shoulders and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayuri? I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayuri through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayuri's feelings as she is. I'm telling you, she needs professional help. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. There's nothing more I can do. There's nothing more I can do. She needs to get professional help. I know I'm being redundant. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. That's the problem, though. Things can't go back to the way they were. Everything's changed now. Everything's out in the open. I'm gonna give it everything I've got. Sayuri will always be my dearest friend. And I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. Yeah, but despite your best efforts, man, sometimes it's not enough. Despite your best intentions. It's the day of the festival. Oh boy, aren't we all just happy now? There's the day of the festival. Everything's going to shit. After all the days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayuri. But Sayuri isn't answering her phone. Oh no. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. No, it's not. You need to check up on her. She could be in deep trouble, man. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayuri and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Hi, Rosie-ish. You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared to have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. A random poem online, huh? So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayuri with you. Yeah, she overslept again. Hopefully, that dummy. You'd think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. Didn't she just explain herself, though, to me? That her depression makes it hard for her to get... Oh, come on, dude. I say that. It's so funny how every time I say something, the next line of dialogue just explains it. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayuri told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Yeah, you should have, you idiot. You should take a little responsibility for her, Rosie-ish. Especially after your exchange with her yesterday. How do you know? You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Seriously, how? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. Are you stalking me? But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayuri really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. I don't see how that makes you... I don't see how that makes you out to be the bad guy. You're just telling them the truth. So what? It's better to lie to them when you're not in love with them? I feel like that's even worse. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? No, you don't. You're no professional. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Hey? Monica's being friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. I'm sure she's hiding something. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? Hey, let's not change the subject here. They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. And grab one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this would definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the ones she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. What in the world? Percentage sign. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. I'm not going to read all that. You get the point. You get the idea. What? And she's going to be performing this in front of everybody? I find that hard to believe. Monica, you approved of this? Oh, wait. I can scroll down. Whoops. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Oh, who said to who? Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. All right. What is happening? I'm a little bit frightened for my life right now. I'm going to be completely honest. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Rosie-ish? What's wrong? You didn't see that poem? That was okay in your eyes? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else I always written. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. More than that. I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so... well, all right. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. She's hiding something. I know she's hiding something. There's something suspicious about her. Something real sus. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. Okay. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Come on, dude. That's what I said. Even a simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things would be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Uh-oh, Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a girlfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. Oh, gosh, I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? Not when you feel like she's in danger, no, but she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Ah! What? In the fuck, dude? No, what the fuck? Oh my gosh, no. No, I was expecting it, but I didn't want it to happen. Oh my gosh, I have no words. I mean, I could swear profusely, but I don't feel eloquent right now. But I'm not going to swear profusely either, because that's just not appropriate. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best, and that everything would be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. I know that, but is it better to have lied to her then? Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? But then I'm just lying to her though, that's the thing. Yeah, that would have made her happy, I'm sure, but it would all just be a lie. Just a fake lie. Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, I gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this, but it's all a lie. I know I'm repeating myself. I know I'm saying lie a lot, but it's just the only thing I can think of at this point. I'm just shook, dude. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Oh, I'll bet I can. I can, sir. I can, ma'am. Whatever. I saved. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life was worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. Can I load? I know, I'm sorry. I shouldn't. Okay, I'll stop. Never. Okay. Is that how it ends? Bullshit. I'm going back and I'm telling. Okay, if it. What? I'm sorry. Hi? What in the world is this? Why did Monica, basically overtake Sayori's image on the main screen? I'm confused. And what is that? What happens if I press that? I'm curious. Huh? And I can't even skip. Wait, can I even skip it? What? I'm sorry? Why is her name like that? What in the fuck, dude? What was that? I'm so confused. I'm sure there's other endings to this game, so let me just go through this real quick, and I'll show you guys if anything interesting happens. Hold on here. How? Monica? What happens if I play through this game with all these glitches? I'm a little bit curious here. I'm just gonna explore this. Hold on. I'm sorry? Why is Monica Sayori now? I'm so confused, dude. Huh? I guess? Wait, so is Sayori no longer in this playthrough? Is this like a alternate universe where she's not alive? I'm so darn confused. I have no other word to describe it. Bewildered, befuddled, I guess? What is happening? Yeah, all words escape me in this situation is a good way of putting it. So Sayori's not here. Oh, it's different dialogue. Should I be reading this? They just said that Natsu just assumed that I was Monica's boyfriend since Sayori's not here. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should... Okay, so it's just like a slightly different playthrough. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club. Okay, so I kind of skimmed through the dialogue. There's a few changes, nothing too significant, just now that Sayori's not in this playthrough for some reason. Well, I know the reason, but I'm curious just to see what happens when I try to impress another girl. Does that change the outcome? How's that change the whole story without Sayori around, though? Like, I'm just curious how they're gonna go about this. I mean, I don't know. Will I get the real ending if I just keep going and, like, just see what happens? So, let's see. Sayori's no longer with me, so I'm leaving the club on my own. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. Yeah, and I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. So, you have a lot of special poem. Would you like to read it? Yeah, what is this? What? A dream. I was wandering in an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side or to a wall, anything. Suddenly, the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. What? What does this all mean, dude? Huh? So I can't... Oh yeah, I've never noticed. I can't impress Monica. I wonder why. I wonder if she's even like a path you can take. Like a romance path. Okay, so clearly I've already impressed Yuri in my other playthrough. I guess I'm just going right into my second playthrough of this game. What happens if I try to impress Natsuki? Just for kicks, I'm going to do it. So let me try. Let me just try. I'm curious. This game's got me wondering. This game's got me just turning up a lot of questions for me. So I'm just going to continue with this playthrough. I still have the other save game from my first playthrough. I might go back later and maybe like a separate video just to see what happens if I say I love you to Sayori. I wonder what kind of ending would I get if I do that. I'm sure it'll be a better outcome. So I'll stop talking and just get on with this. What would impress Natsuki? How about, I don't know, peace? No. Maybe anime? Okay, my girl's into anime. I didn't know that. Candy. She likes sweet stuff. Okay, got you. Fireworks? Okay. Marshmallow. Fireflies. Cute. Peaceful. Bunny? And treasure? Alright. I'm doing pretty well so far. Boop. I didn't know she would like boop. Okay. Underneath that hard exterior lies a cutesy cutesy. Alright. Nothing wrong with that. Bubbles. Flower. Heart. Vanilla. Color. Pink. Just like your hair. Sweet. Rose. Oh, okay. Whoops. Whoopsie. Let's see. Adventure. Melody. All right. I think I got most Natsuki impressions. Hi again, Rosie-ish. I mean, what did I just say? Natsuki impressions. I think I mostly impressed Natsuki, is what I meant to say. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha. Nah, don't worry. I should have ran away. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. Now so asked to come in, so everyone else started hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Rosie-ish. What was that? I saw that. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Hi? What in the hell's going on? Is this a simulation? I mean, I know this game is it's just like it's this world a simulation. Oh, come on, like she deserves any slack. I'm sorry. I know there's nothing wrong with being a male in this game, but I just feel like I'm more into it when I roleplay this way. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Hi? I can't read that, you know. You're blocking the dialogue here, Monica. Okay, I already read this in the first playthrough. Hold on. I'm sorry, Rosie-ish. Well, make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Yeah. This is when she gives me the book, right? Wait. I don't know what dialogue is new and what dialogue isn't, but I have a feeling there's just like sprinkles of new dialogue here and there. But I'll read it anyways. If you don't really want to forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? It just felt like, well, it's vice president and all. Wait, you're his vice president? I didn't know that. That I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want it. This is... How's this girl? Okay, this is the same dialogue. Alright, let me just skip to it. I mean, I noticed that things are a little wonky though. Like, things are just a little bit, like, off-center. This character's a little askew. Like, I know things are a little different. I know. Hold on. Alright. So, I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Okay, this is a Natsuki scene, different. This is new. You're looking for something in there? Huh? Fucking Monica, what? She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You eat manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How'd you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. How so? What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pulled out a stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a close look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Rosie-ish. Consider this a high? Don't judge a book. What's her real dialogue? Now that just messes me up. I want to know what she really says. But then I'm going to have to start an entirely new playthrough for that. So, I don't know. We'll see. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. Doesn't that sound familiar? It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Oh no, I'm not ready. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. And chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Hey, what's that? I did it with Yuri in the other playthrough. I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry, I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. And open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Sorry, jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, hey, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face, girl. I like how you choose... I like how you choose violence in a literature club. It really... It's a very contrasting look for you. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I'm sorry? My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this? Is that what really happens? Alright, this game is just... Like, what would happen if my first playthrough I would have focused on Natsuki and then... Well, I'm sure Sayuri would still end up, but now I'm just curious. I might actually do multiple playthroughs of this game. I actually really enjoy this game, no lie. It's really super interesting to me. I love it. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monika's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped a page. I mean, if Natsuki does come from like an abusive household, I can see why she puts up this like hard front. I understand now. Alright, what's happening? Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. She fell asleep. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey? Huh? What in the world is that? Oh gosh, that is disturbing on so many levels. What? Monika? Oh jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. What was that? No one's gonna explain that? Monika reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. A protein bar is gonna solve all these problems? Really, Monika? I can't even process this right now. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears out the wrapper. I told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Rosie-ish, she's fine. Does she have low blood sugar? Is that it? It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Okay. Oh boy, your Sago's not even on the list. So what happens if I share my poems with them? Let's see if there's anything different. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Hey, then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I want to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem. Make me go, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. That's what happened in the first playthrough, though. I'm just saying. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. Jeez. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Grr, fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Okay, so it's the same poem, so there's no need for me to reread this. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school... Okay, she already said this. Okay, so Natsuki pretty much had the same response from the first playthrough, so let's just go down the list here. What happens if I pick Monica? Let's leave Yuri for last for once. It's a lot cuter than I expected. Okay, so she didn't say that about my other poem before, right? I'm pretty sure. Oh, geez. No. Kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. Okay. Keep that in mind. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house. So she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Her dad sounds real charming. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. That's sad. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. Oh boy. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Okay. I guess that's the bright side. That's a little bizarre though. I mean, hey, you like what you like, but this girl's small because she's malnourished, so that's another story. Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. I know, but I was a little bit grim. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. That's because, okay, so this is the same dialogue too, I'm sure of it. So let's just continue. Okay, so I'm going to show my poem to you right next, see if there's anything different with this outcome. Alright, remember me from our first playthrough, where everything ended up in total disaster? Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language, eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem onto the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Is this the part where they argue again? This is just the part where they argue about the poem, like the writing style, right? So I'm gonna side with Natsuki in this one, so hold on here. Wait, whoa, what was this? What's this? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Oh my gosh, why is this music turning up like this? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. I'm sorry if I'm reading like this. This music, though, is giving me so much anxiety. Oh my gosh, you think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful. You might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What is happening? They're throwing so much info at me. Oh my, what the fuck is wrong with your head? Is that the first time Yuri has swore? Yeah, go on. Let Rosie-ish hear everything you really think. What in the hell? I'm sure she'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing here. Rosie-ish, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. What? I can't. I would love to side with both of you. I would love to see what happens if I side with Yuri. I should have saved, but I said I'd go for Natsuki this time, so here we go. Hi. I can't even choose her. What is this? Monica? What's happening? Is this a jump scare? What? What's up? Monica? Hey, Rosie-ish. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? What? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Yeah, totally. Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with others, then that's fine. How come they didn't even let me choose, though? That's so bizarre. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh no. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. What? I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Rosie-ish, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. Why? You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Why? Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Rosie-ish. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But... what? This is just throwing me for a loop. I'm not even sure how to continue with this playthrough. I'm going to make a separate video on my first playthrough, like I said, where I say I love you to Sayori, just because I want to know what happens if I do say that. Because I think there's just more to it. There's obviously more to it I think Monica might have something to do with all this. I don't know. I might be thinking too deep into this, but if you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone stays safe out there. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you later. Bye bye now.